How's it going there, YouTube? Well, I want to apologize once again for the lack of videos. I've been a super busy guy lately. Lots of scrapping, lots of fixing cars, lots of overtime, and a few little things here and there. But we are on our way to the MILTON STEAM-ERA for 2019. Had to take a load of scrapping yesterday to get my trailer cleaned off so I can even load the tractor up. So busy right here is an understatement. But anyway, oh, we're just trucking our way down Leslie Street here. So it's about 6:35 in the morning. So should get down there about an hour's time, and we can start recording, get the tractor offloaded, and let's see what this weekend brings us. So anyway, I'm gonna have a truck on here, and we'll talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, we made it down. I just got the tractor unloaded, put it over in the spot. I gotta go over and get registered, and I gotta get the all-important display card and pay the membership up, and the plaque and the button and all that jazz, and gotta go line up my insurance and whatnot. So let the fun begin, as they say. It's gonna be a good weekend. Got a lot of tractors over there. Gotta go make a video for you guys still, and I'll have a pretty lengthy video. I'm gonna use the iPhone again because it seems like it's got a little bit better picture quality than the Canon camera, but I don't even remember if I remember my fender cam, man. I don't even remember if I brought it or not, but well, main thing is the tractor's here anyway. I can always use the phone. So should mention too that keeping with traditional things here, Gramps always used to use an old button to hold on his show ribbon, so I figured I'd use the 1969 button to hold on my 2019 ribbon, just to keep with the traditional things here, you know. This is the third year Gramp has missed of STEAM-ERA, so you know, someone's got to keep that history alive, I guess. But yeah, tractor over in the spot there. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. And got to go over and get registered and whatnot. Actually, speaking of such, I took my sweater off, and now I left my paperwork in the truck. Geez, you know, always something. Well, we got that important job done. Don't have a card for the 1828 yet from MILTON, so this is the first time for that. Got our plaque, our membership paid up, and all little souvenirs, I guess they call it. So another big job done. So I guess now we can go around and check out the rest of the show now that we're done getting jobs done. Sorry for the bouncy ride. The tractor's obviously having suspension. We'll go around and get some driving shots. I haven't done a whole lot of YouTubing today. Here's a little ride around on the tractor anyway. get you guys adjusted up for parade time. Get those spark plug wires for like I wanted. I got a set of plug wires at home I found in my little pile of stuff, but I think they're for a 99 though.
Very nice, 1937, 1828 cockshut tractor. Curtis Graham of Keswick owns this, and that's Curtis at the controls. This thing's on factory rubber tires, bought new by his great-grandfather, and there is nothing better than the family tractor, isn't there?
That's right.
You think think of how many hours Grandpa spent on that platform, the sweat and the tears and the blood, and it wasn't running around a fairgrounds for fun, was it?
That's right.
Up at dawn, to bed at dark, farming in between. Thanks for bringing it up for us, Curtis. This is Kyle Young's tractor from Hilbert.
Well, this is Saturday evening here. Now, I got the lawn garden tractor pull on right now, but it's as good as time as any to go around and get some shots of some tractors here. I know I did a little drive around there earlier, but I can kind of do things with a little bit better detail now. It's not as many people around because they're all over the pole. So, nice WD9. I wonder if that's a 3050 Rumley. Could be wrong on some numbers there, but maybe the first time. Model F Rumley down there. There's an Eagle tractor down there I want to go down and take a look at too. Cockshot there. I'm using the iPhone, of course, because the camera quality is much better. So, pretty good shot of tractors here. There's a Tim Hoover's 60 Caterpillar. My grandfather always used to speak about that tractor all the time. Been a while since I've seen it out of the show too. Waterloo boy. Real nice John Deere D. How's it going, buddy? Talk to you. Farm on Cub. 20 Deluxe. I don't think there's many of those made. Yeah. McCormick W6. Massey 44 standard. This here, this Golden Arrow, there was not many of these made at all either. I think they were only made in 1956 and 57, if my tractor data memory serves me correctly here. Definitely not many of those made, but that's a nice piece to have. I think there's something around, I want to say somewhere around 1,100 were only made. Could be wrong though. Let's get a shot of these Rumleys again. These are a nice tractor. I've got a soft spot for a Rumley oil pull now since I run my uncle's 2245 on the farm. It's kind of grown on me, I mean, but I only pull so much with a 1500 series truck, and of course they're not exactly the easiest thing to work on nowadays either, but neither is 1828. This Eagle tractor here, I do think this was Jack Arthur's at one time. I forget now. I could be wrong on that too, but you don't very often see Eagle tractor. There's a log, I guess, of Eagle tractors that were sold, and it's kind of the same as what they were doing from the Cockshut tractors too. I forget what number of Cockshut it is now, but there's a registry, and it has every serial number and all the owners and all that. My grandfather's Eagle was on that, and my great-grandfather, we had an Eagle tractor brand new on the farm back in 1925. In fact, we traded that in on the 1828. Back up this line up here. Milton always did have a very good selection of Rumley oil pull tractors. They always did have a great display. Model D Industrial. There's a story that I was told after the fact that one year they featured Massey at Milton. I wondered why there was a John Deere in the Massey lineup, but you look up close, I see those front wheels say Sawyer Massey on them. So I forget if that was used in a factory. I forget what the story is now, but I got my question answered anyway. I just can't remember the answer right now. Waterloo boy. John Deere despoker D. See the spokes in the flywheel? Those used to be a dangerous thing apparently back in the day. Flywheel used to come around, and if you didn't get back enough far enough when the tractor started, it'd hit you in the knees, it'd kneecap you. There's two international titans there. 60 Caterpillar. Now I haven't seen this out at a MILTON Steam show in quite a few years. It's been around for a long time, but I haven't seen it recently until this year. Lynn half track. I think I've seen this before. Half track, half truck. It's a pretty sweet unit. Never get that stuck pulling the trailer out of the mud. We got another Romney oil pull.
That's what I wrote down in the car.
I believe that's a 2040 Sawyer Massey. Road grader. One of the old stars of the old 1828 there. It used to pull a road grader for the township of Athens back in the day because great grandfather wanted to pay for it, so he kind of did some custom work with it. I can do a story on that too. My grandfather, great grandfather I should say, did a lot of custom work in the town of Athens. He did custom thrashing and he loaned the tractor to the town too. But I can do a... Oh, here we go. Try to get you guys some footage. They're supposed to pull pretty late. I'm going to stay the night up here. Here's a nice John Deere 60. It's an early 60 with those, with that style of rear wheels. Those are the same wheels the 50 used, but the 60 used them on the 53 model, I believe. The early 53s, the 60s used as well. Oh, I gotta go down this line up here. So many tracks got mixed up. This is Hume's, I forget the horsepower rating right now. 3570 perhaps. This was just re-restored there last year, and they had it unrevealed again at the Cookstown show last year. That tractor's been around in many years. I believe it was even at the first show at MILTON, 1960. Model E Romney oil pull. I missed some of the plowing this afternoon. I meant to get you guys some shots, but I think it's on tomorrow too. I'll try to do a little bit better job of my YouTube business here. I kind of didn't do a whole lot of YouTube today at all, unless it was on the tractor. Is, you know, kind of a popular guy around these things nowadays with what and all of the YouTube, and of course I've been around here for many years myself too, so you know I know quite a few people. But it's always great to see people and people you haven't seen in a long time and whatnot. I got a story on that later on too. This is a nice tractor here, the WD-40. This is John Huber's, so that's a diesel WD being diesel, of course. So I think that's on the same platform as a W30, but it looks a little bit longer. But I think that's actually a truck engine. They had one that's, they had another version, WK40. It was a 6-cylinder with a truck engine. That's what it was. John Hoover's got one of those too. I drove in the parade at Cookstown there the one year. And John Deere H. I was behind that Rummy in the parade there earlier this afternoon, Roger McCabe. Nice, here's a C case. Another 1020 Titan. We'll get another shot of that when we go through the front side. 81 Massey. I think these are, there wasn't many of these made, these 81s. An 81 and an 82, I forget now. Seem to remember hearing a story, those are kind of rare. John Deere M. For some reason, those tractors seem to bring an awful lot of money. I've seen them fixed up like that, and they sell between $200 and $3,500. Like, whoa, man! All right. I think that John Deere made quite a few of them. I don't think they're quite rare, but there could be a story behind that. This is a Cat diesel electric generator, so it has kind of the same as what the John Deere Model R and the 80, the 820, 830. It's got a pony start motor on it. So this will be your pop start engine here. What kind of mag you got on it? Can't read it right now. E-man maybe? I don't know. Maybe you guys in the video can see that clearer than me and tell me. Cat diesel. This is basically a power unit. 6-cylinder. Little 440 John Deere. Oh, we got a C case here. Oh, well, we all know what this one is. It's, of course, my personal cockshut Hart Par 1828. We all know the story on that. Another case on bolt-on rubber, C case, V8 case, Oliver 77, rigged up for pulling. 400 Orchard, that must be a rare unit. John Deere G. This here looks like a Model B, too big to be an H. Yep, Model B must be a BW, because the W of course stands for wide front. You see that cast piece on there, that's kind of excuse me, oddball tractor. BN WD9, the Rumley oil pull power unit. They call it a turn pull, but it says oil pull on the exhaust stack there. Yes, the exhaust comes out through here. Rumley oil pull. Another Rumley. Some garden tractors here. There's a Gilson. Wonder what model that is. Looks older than the one that I used to make the 145 with. Of course, I never even thought about bringing the 145, but of course I don't have it on my tractor insurance plan. It's under my house insurance, so I don't know if they'll still let that fly these days or not. I mean, I can always add it to my insurance policy, but that's of course a last minute thing. Oh, we got a Farmall C, Super C, Model R, Super W6. That's a nice tractor. There's one of these for sale not long ago. I think it was oh no, it was a W6 TA, Super W6 TA, 1954, out in Lindsay. Actually, they wanted an awful pile of money for it, but of course it's the same as a Super MTA. Only made them just in 1954, so they're kind of a rare bird. Now this here cockshut Hart Par 90, that must be a 1937 or 1938, because they dropped the Hart Par name from the rad tanks when they went to the 99, 80, and well, the 90 as well. So, but it would be a 90 because the 2844 has never had side curtains, and kind of got an unusual wheel over here. That's got the round spokes in it, because you could get these on round spoke wheels. I do have a photo at home when my great grandfather went to go pick up the 1828 from Frost and Woods. There was a 2844 there on round spoke wheels. And they got a mismatched set here, but you know, these things have been around and they were meant to be used back in the day. So yeah, I would like to get something like that to match up with the 1828, because if I could get a 2844 or a 90 or 99 and match it with the 1820, that'd make a nice set to take to a show. We get them cleaned up nice and head for town, as they say. Here's a Farmall A, 460 utility. That's a nice tractor. 560 diesel with a wide front. That's a nice tractor. And I'm a Oliver guy, Hart Par guy even more so. AR, Gibson, Farmall H. What kind of binder do we got back here? You want to bet it's maybe a McCormick Deering? 14 links. It says Canada and the castings. That could be Massey Harris, maybe. Oh, it's actually a cockshut. Would you look at that? That is going to be my next guess. I was going to say cockshut. Hope you guys can see that okay. We got them wound up over there. Another Rumley. A pair of W4s. And a John Deere 820. Now, this little Caterpillar was parked next to us at the Kawartha Lake Anti-Power Show back in June there. The fellow that owns that seems to think he knows where the old 99 is. Grandpa's old 99. Oh yeah, here we go. Trying to get you guys a shot of some steam engine, but we're going to truck my lawn tractor. Anyway, we got a portable case engine here.
Many years ago.
Not sure what size this is. It's probably, I'd say about a 9 horsepower.
He took over from
I'd say about 9 horse.
And now Gary's boys
You have a Waterloo steam engine here. You can always tell a Waterloo engine by the big line in the front there. Steam roller. I forget what make that is now. There it says Cutler Perry on the back there by the looks of it. Don't see any stampings here. Ah, Buffalo Springfield, there you go. I should have known that. I've seen that before, I think a time or two. Saw your Massey steam engine here. Another George White.
Okay, hang on to your hat.
Mr. Frampton's engine there. Sorry, Massey buzzsaw. Grandpa used to have a saw like this at one time. Cutting wood and whatnot. I don't think he kept it very long, but he used to run it with the old Oliver 80 there at home. And I think that's a Lister engine here. Yep, Lister. Let's see if I can go down and get you guys some shots of some gas engines before it gets too dark outside. Sounds good.
Now we have somewhat of a celebrity coming up here, Jamie. This is Curtis Graham from Queensville, Ontario, and this is one of Curtis's. What's that? Well, we'll get him one for Christmas. So I think we missed his birthday, but we'll get him one maybe 2 for Christmas. I'll tell my mom. You tell your mom, yeah. Anyways, this is a 1937 Buckshot hardware tractor. It's an 1828 horsepower. Driven over by Curtis Graham from Keswick. Curtis at the controls here today. This tractor's factory rubber tires. This tractor's bought brand new by Curtis's great-grandfather. It was formerly owned by Curtis's grandfather, William K. Earl from Newmarket, Ontario. This tractor's been out with a lot of shows this year. Started out in June at Lindsay.
Well, that wraps it up for MILTON STEAM-ERA. I just got the tractor loaded up here. I will mention to you guys though that muddy tractor tires and steel trailer ramps certainly make for an interesting experience because you know, things are slick and whatnot, but we didn't have any issues. I spun the first time I went up there, but got things switched around here and then we had no issues. But you know, if you're a confident operator, you know what you're up to, then if something happens, you know what to do. So no harm, no foul. And I pulled the dolly around back to our parking spot here, and you know, it backed her up the hill, and that Chevy power, I tell you, no issues. So anyway, let's check in the hubs here. Everything looks a-okay to me, so we'll head her home in the morning. I'm not gonna head back tonight. I think I'm gonna hang out and have some dinner with some folks, and we'll go from there.